Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius, with me, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and my glorious, fantastic, phenomenal, amazing, tremendous.
Going.
I was expecting you to say, all right, enough, like you usually do. When
No, I feel like receiving
running out of adjectives. I've ran out of adjectives. My Rice Krispie wife. And yeah. How are you?
Cracking.
Oh, yeah. And she likes pop music. And she knows how to snap her fingers. This podcast has got off to a really bad start. Hasn't it? Okay, This podcast has got off to a really good start.
For anyone listening and not watching on YouTube, I would like to describe my husband's outfit for today. So today he is sponsored by the colour green, it seems. So he's wearing his 5-year-old's knitted green hat, his green reading glasses.
Thank you.
His green knitted jumper.
Thank you.
And a pair of green tracksuit bottoms.
Thank you. And then my tartan
slip out. But he also has green eyes. And I think recently I may have said to him that green is lovely on him.
So now I'm just going wild to wild green, guys.
So now he's just a palette of different green colours. He's like a forest.
I'm
sitting here with the forest.
Or a couple of acres, a couple of untouched acres on a summer's day. You wouldn't be able to distinguish me.
No, you'd be in camouflage now. If I was flying in to Cork Airport and I was looking down at the green grasses, I'd be like, Connie said he's out here, but I can't see him.
There's no way.
Oh wait, there's a bit of a beard there.
Oh, hang on. Are they tartan slippers?
There he is.
There he is. Yeah, well, okay, if it's okay, it's my turn. Your outfit is shit. She's wearing a blue top, she's wearing a black pants, and she's got shoes on. And glasses as well, and a ponytail. Your hair's gone very long, I've noticed. I meant to say that to you now a few times recently. I meant to say
I'm just getting cut.
The hair is gone long by you.
Due to be get me highlights done. And me,
what would the highlight of your day be if you got your highlights done?
I need to get me highlights done and a little chop of the hair.
Yeah. But what are you going to put into the highlights? I thought you were kind of going, I'm going to embrace grey.
No, I'm not. I just never got my roots done in a long time.
No, but that's what you said. You said that to me last year. I'm just going to embrace grey, you know.
Well, no, what you're missing is when they do my highlights, they keep the grey front and just highlight around it because it blends in then once the highlights are done.
Oh, yes. Wonder what it was like to be a woman, right, back 150 years ago when there really wasn't any hair dye. Like
they were finding stuff to
coal.
Coal or lemon juice on the hair, and
lemon juice gets rid of grey.
The sun, no, but the sun, it bleaches it. If anyone here listening remembers, sunning, an old school thing that ruined every girl who was a teenager in the noughties. Sunning was a thing, and it turned people's hair orange and desperate. It was like spray that was meant to give you highlights. Desperate stuff.
Bad tack.
Bad tack, yeah.
Bad tack, that sunning, guys. But so basically we're two humans. We're talking into a microphone. We're in microphones, plural.
Two of them.
Yeah. Wow. We're in the John Hume War Room. There's a crackle of a fire going. It is Monday, the 27th of January, and we are 21 days into our carnivore journey. I'm going to talk about I'll tell you what we're going to talk about on this podcast now, right? Today, we've already discussed it. We're going to talk for about 10 minutes about how carnivore went for us last week. Then we're going to sashay ever so gently into how our business is working at the moment, how business life is going. And then the finale, or as Noel likes to call it, the finale, will be about our family and how do we deal with two wild animals. What would be a good, I hope we don't get to the end of the podcast is what I'm trying to say to you in a nice way, but starting off with the carnivore diet. Noel, today was weigh-in day.
Weigh-in day.
You, up to today, before weigh-in day, you had lost 20 pounds. Am I right in saying that? No, sorry.
Incorrect.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's what she's lost now, totally. I'm after giving the game away.
Well, sure, anyone who's on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook will have already known. So I don't think we should do the drum roll, please.
Okay.
For the weigh-in.
We kind of just do kind of like triumphant. Nothing. No.
Maybe afterwards, like not just a build up to it.
Okay.
So I lost 4 pounds anyway, basically.
Okay.
You can do your trumpet now. That was a good trumpet. No, we'll keep that for yours.
She lost 4 pounds, guys. 20 pounds in 3 weeks. That's incredible. You've done it. Fair play to you. You're what I admire most about you is you're able to handle this absolutely excruciating diet. I'm finding it excruciating, and you're handling it with glee.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you? I never told you about my dream during the week, did I? No, maybe I did. Oh, but anyway, I had a dream during the week that I had a dessert, right?
What
And
did
some
you have?
people, no, it was like
What did you have?
it was like a s'more type thing, you know, the melted marshmallows and chocolate and digestives. But I had that because I had been thinking about s'mores for the kids for when the electricity was out and that kind of thing. So, and I've been a load of desserts coming up in my TikTok because I want to make homemade snacks, whatever. But I woke up and I was like, oh, thankfully that was just a dream. But like the last time that this would happen to me was when I gave up fags.
Yeah.
Like I'd still have this odd nightmare that I smoked.
Yeah.
Because I know if I smoke, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'd be back smoking. And I've given
You
up.
can see it on your face
15.
massively now, the weight loss.
Well, it's just the puffiness has gone down. The real Christmas puff has gone down as well. Like. And
there's a healthy glow to you now, like, is what I'd say to you.
well, it's been we're drinking a lot of water.
We are drinking lots of water.
But yeah, so that was interesting. I thought that that's where I'm at. Like,
yeah,
that's where the mindset, that's where my brain subconsciously is at.
You're incredible because I'll tell you, like right from the start of the podcast, when you came out and you said, I want to lose stones, I was like, she's in a different headspace. This Bjorn is in a different fucking headspace.
Whoa. I just thought
I
we were
wanted
doing
to do
this kind of thing.
I was like, let's do this for the month of January. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm cutting off after a month. I think I'm going to continue on with it, but I'm not going to be documenting it every day like I'm documenting it on TikTok. I might do weekly check-ins, but but like you were fucking again. Then yesterday you were like, I need to lose 7 more stone, and I'm like,
no, 7 altogether.
Oh, 7 altogether. I was like, what the fuck? She's when you proclaim something like that to the universe, like when you say that out loud, it's bloody. It's especially something like that because people are so sensitive about their weight. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, I think I'm betting on this girl. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, how could you say that and not attempt to follow through in it? Like,
I know, yeah, and I will, and like I won't if it doesn't transpire. Like, I'm not going to beat myself up, but I've put it out there because.
But you've no end date sentence. That's the best way to do it.
I'll just be quieter about it if it all goes to pear.
I mean, eventually you will be your goal weight. Like, I mean, if you think about it, like if you die, right, and if you're
stop with you.
No, but you decompose.
That's not nice conversation. Stop.
I'm just saying the goal is attainable, is what I'm trying to say.
No,
you could die, and it's the decomposing diet.
She'd be happy now. She reached her goal.
Look, she's fitting into the dress there now, in fairness to her.
Actually, can we wait a week to bury her? Just let it all go down a bit.
She's still, those. But she did say she had heavy bones. All right, is there any, could we get in the saw there and just...
But, where was I before you interrupted me? I was at that I proclaimed it to the world.
Yeah.
Like, I put it out that I want to lose 7 stone. And, but the amount of messages I've been getting in, I was saying this to you, the amount of messages I've been getting in, A, of support, but also B, of other people who have a lot of weight to lose.
Yeah.
And there's a really hard kind of mind shift for somebody who has a lot of weight to lose to say, I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
I'm going to really try now. Because there's this big long road, as you said, there's a long road ahead. It's not, for somebody who has to lose 2 stone or 3 stone, like there's an attainable goal at the end, whereas a goal of 7 stone seems so far away.
Yeah, you just have to say that again there now again.
No, I've said the 7 stone.
Oh yeah, the 7 stone is yeah, okay.
So a goal of 7 stone seems so far away. It's really hard to visualize that and to motivate yourself to say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to start and I'm going to give it a go. But I've had so many people messaging me on any other platform saying, it's inspiring. I'm actually going to give it a go myself. And these are all women, there's a load of men following me on TikTok, but that's the carnivore vibe, I think.
Stay the fuck away from my Bjorn.
Unless you're liking and commenting.
And if you're going and sharing and saving.
save. Start from the bottom up. Is that what
Like,
they say?
comment, share, save.
No, they say the
Put it
other
on
way
the
for some
TikTok
reason.
story and the Instagram story, and then I'll allow you to watch my beer.
But anyway,
She's mine.
but yeah. So
But
that's what's interesting
can I
as well.
interject there now, right? Like, and I think that's lovely, right? I think it is lovely, and it's beautifully inspiring. But like, it's a daunting thing to do because it's fucking hard. Some people are overweight, right? Myself now, right? I'm giving myself as an example, right? I've been overweight for a long time, okay?
Yeah.
And I haven't really tried to lose any weight at all in the last few years. And I've just kind of gone, look, I suppose I'm just that fat guy.
Yeah.
I'm just that fat guy. I'm the fat guy in my friends. A few people have called me, all right, big guy. You know, I'm like, I'm 5'7". Like, I'm like, you're clearly just referring.
Yeah, it's not my height you're talking about.
You're
there.
talking to my
Like
width
dirt.
here, like, you know. And it would be a term of endearment. And look, people's words are their words. They generally don't mean to hurt you with their words.
Yes.
Like, you know, they're just. But like, I would have seen myself like that, and the thought of a diet or the thought of a change. I don't like the word diet either. I like a lifestyle change. Thought of a lifestyle change. You're like, fucking hell, I have to give up what comforts me when I'm sitting down at night time. I have to give up the Moros. I have to give up the Twix. I have to give up the Chocky Biscuit and the cup of tea. And I love those. And it's the one thing that I have. And it's the one thing that gets me through thing. Do you know? But we're only 3 weeks in, and I'm not saying it's the one thing, like they are all the little fucking excuses that held me back for years. Like, a fuck's sake, if I can't get a bag of chips after a gig. Do you know what I mean? Why am I out here working so hard if I can't get an old fucking quarter pounder with cheese, garlic chip and cheese, and 6 chili cheese bites and 2 cans of Diet Coke? If I can't do that, why am I even doing this? And I'd say that to myself on a Thursday, and I'd be like, I'll be grand now tomorrow. And then the next day, it's something again. And they're just those excuses build up and they solidify and they become hard, and then they become really difficult to break because you lean on them like a fucking wall, you know. So, and you and I are both addicts, both food addicts, like both fucking junk food addicts and sweet food addicts and sugar addicts and carbohydrate addicts. And it's hard to break that cycle. I found it hard. I'll talk about me now in a second this week, but like, you're smashing it. And I think that's what's really interesting in this diet, because I brought this diet into our zeitgeist.
Yes.
And you're thriving. Fucking thriving, and I am fucking surviving, like fingernails clenching. And anyone I did a gig at the weekend, and I was talking to Niamh, Chris's wife, and she was asking us how we're getting on, and I said, look, it's a tale of two cities, Niamh. Do you know what I mean? It's a tale of two cities. Noelle is absolutely loving it. I'm not loving it, but I have to try and find the way to love it. And I think this week that just went by, I found that way, but we're not finished with you yet.
Are we not?
Are we? Oh, are we finished? We're finished with you.
I finished, yeah, I think.
I'd like a drum roll.
I stumbled there, guys. I didn't know how to do a drum roll.
I lost half a pound. Full disclosure, I got on the weight scales yesterday, Sunday, right? And I was like, I was down 2 pounds on Friday. I weighed myself on Friday. I was like, I'm down 2 pounds.
That's perfect. Great.
Yeah, and I said to you, fuck it, this would be great if I can keep this off now.
Maybe even down another pound.
But then I went down to Bantry and they gave me chicken wings that were slathered in barbecue sauce. And like, I just ate them and I was like, fuck it, I'm down 2 pounds. I'm having chicken wings. And they were a bit sweet. And as I was eating them, I was kind of going, oh, I probably shouldn't eat this. I was starving coming back from the gig. I very nearly got, went into a chip shop to get chicken. I came home and I ate, like, I would say a third of a block of cheese, right?
And they're the big blocks now, lads.
Big block, family-sized block. And I ate it and I was like, sure, this is grand. It's only cheese. This is grand. Sure, I'm down 2 pounds. Then the next day I went down to the INEC and they brought us out a fucking menu, lads. Honest to God, it was like a bloody... Yeah, it was insane. So I got chicken wings again. I said, look, I'm just going to have chicken wings. And they, if anything, they had more barbecue sauce than the night before. They literally... like, you were licking your fingers after it was sopping on it. Remember showing it to Niamh, I said, normally now I wouldn't eat these, you know, with the barbecue sauce if I was at home. But like, you know, when you're out and about, Niamh, you know, this is dirty carnivore, you can kind of get away with it, like, you know. I said, I won't lose as much weight as Noelle, 4 pounds, half a pound. And then I got on the scales yesterday morning and I was back to the fucking weight I had been last week. And today is the weigh-in day and I was like, what the fuck? So I did hard keto then yesterday, or did hard carnivore then yesterday, pretty much hard, and I dropped a pound. So that's what I'm down from last week. Not that it's a numbers game, because I will say this. I will fucking say this.
Still feeling great.
I feel good. I feel great. I'm just not enjoying the diet per se. No. Dirty keto is definitely suiting me better. Chicken and cheese. And I'm thinking to myself, am I willing?
Well, the chicken isn't dirty carnivore.
No,
the cheese is dirty carnivore.
And the cheese isn't either. But
It is.
But the
It's
volume.
keto.
No, but yeah, but the volume of cheese. The volume of cheese is like. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. I need to reduce drastically the volume of cheese. But chicken is okay. It's the sauces.
Yeah.
And I think it was those barbecue sauces. They were like, there was definitely sugar in them. Like.
Well, at least, like, I suppose you're in an awkward situation as well, though, when you go to these venues, because if you were out at a restaurant, you could very easily say, look, is there any chance, can I get the sauce on the side? Like, and they'd be like, no problem. Or else they say, they're already coated.
Yes.
But when you go to these venues and they're offering food to you, like, it's a hospitality type thing. They're offering you this stuff for free. And you don't want to be any slight tiny bit of an inconvenience.
You don't want to be ungrateful, and you just want to be like, yeah, lovely chicken wings. Have you got chicken wings? I'll take chicken wings. And that, like, if I was in a restaurant, I'd have no problem saying, can I get 6 chicken wings, please? And can I get the sauce on the side, please? And then the sauce would come, and I wouldn't use the sauce. I'd just eat chicken wings, or else I'd say no sauce or whatever. You have the sauce or whatever. But yeah, I just need to buck up a small bit there, because at the end of the day,
well, you can still say it nicely.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I just need to find a way to say it nicely, but like, that was to my detriment. But all that being said, I lost a pound. I have loads of energy. I did it great. Like, I got through all the jobs last week, and and there we are now. And if you want to hear more about the carnivore story, hop onto our Patreon. You can listen to it on that. We discuss it more in depth on that. But yeah, we're going to move on now to the next topic that we wanted to discuss, which is the family business. Yeah. We should put in a little kind of a jingle in there. Family business. This week on the Business Channel, Noelle Patricia Murphy talks about content.
Content?
Well, do you know a question I want to ask you, right? So we had a big storm, right, last week. Okay, huge storm in Ireland. I was above in Dublin. I had to go to work anyway. You have to go. Like, if I didn't do the gig was going ahead, and someone else would do the gig.
Yeah.
And yeah. Just
it was the Thursday night. The red warning was until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And your gig was at 8.
I was on the road for 9:30. Now, by the time I was coming down the main Dublin road, the storm was in full force. But I would say it was at level orange. I don't think it was at red.
Yeah.
Still, I got blown across the road a few times. And as I came onto the tertiary roads, there was a few trees down or a few branches down and stuff like that. But by and large, it was grand. But the whole of Ireland was like, honest to God, you'd swear it was Armageddon. Like, all the shops everything was gone out of the shops, all the bread, all the milk, all the toilet paper. People were battening down the hatches, and rightly so. No, it was a bad storm. But you had to do all of the donkey work, because I was gone, because I left at 2:00 on that day, just to get up nice and early, be set up for it, just be helpful above to Chris if possible, and get good parking and be ready to come straight back down. So you were kind of here with the cleanup. Had I been gigging closer, I would have been able to help with the cleanup.
Yeah, and plus we had been in the office all day, like, so.
Do you ever feel resentful with stuff like that? Like, was it like, or is that like, do you know what I mean? Like, because that's, you're like, it's not that I was gallivanting off to do,
I know,
like, I was going to work, but at the same time, you're left.
I suppose you're looking on TikTok and it's all the men out fixing the trampolines, tying down the trampolines and horsing stuff around the place.
Yeah.
But I don't really think so, because I think there's 2 parts to it, in a sense that I was always strong and I was always independent. So I was always able to do what what are you doing? He just hopped up out of the seat there.
Just got
but anyway, I was always able to do my own stuff. Like, I was always able to change my own tires.
Knickers as well. You were very
thankfully good. I do that. Yeah. But put water in the car and always. So, and I was always strong. So I was used to, like, I know there's some women that would never even bring in coal, like, or that kind of idea. But I think because I was always strong, that I was always able to do it. Like, So it
But
didn't.
that's kind of your style as well. You were like, let's just fucking do it.
Let's just do it.
Let's just fucking
But
do
like,
it.
there was a point, alright. So, like, in one sense, it's great because the whole garden is now the whole what you call it?
Decluttered.
Patio? What's this? What's the?
Yeah, that's our drive come patio.
Yeah. So around the house, we call it, is all cemented, and all the kids' bikes are put away. All broken stuff is thrown away. Like lots of stuff like that was done, and batten down. And like I said to you, actually, that I was battening down the trampoline and the swing set, and I was like, you know, when money is tighter, you care so much more about your possessions.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
deciding between, would I batten down, how much would I, like, I had some, we didn't really have a lot of cement blocks or anything like that, but I found a few, and I was trying to decide, would I put them on the swing set or keep the trampoline down?
You were judging.
Do you know, that kind of way? And then adding, but they both survived anyway, because I had so much weighed them down. Like, I found doors from the shed and all stuff, but that I was able to lift and carry and lug or whatever. But there was one point, alright, that was I was either going to give you a few effing and blinding, or I was going to open a bottle of wine. I'd say was when the roof tiles from the roof, we got the roof done, fixed, and there was a load of roof tile shrapnel that was all in a corner together. But like, there was like pieces that were, they were basically like daggers.
Shards.
Like I just had visions of them fucking flying into the neighbours and stabbing somebody in the head if they were coming in from a car. Because they were so
Sharp.
like and so I had to move a load of those into a shed out of the way.
Did they go into the doll's house shed?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, there's asbestos on those.
I know, yeah. So I had rubber gloves and I had a mask on and everything. But that was one moment. Thanks. I knew you knew. Oh, I know that. I know that because even though I knew all about it anyway, the builderman told you about it because obviously you're the man.
Well, I'm the man. Do you know? It's gas. Like when the other day when they were coming in to do what's that grant that we're getting in the house?
Oh, the insulation.
An insulation grant. Noelle has done every single step of the way with the insulation grant, right? She's applied for it. She knows exactly what's happening. She knows where the pumps are. She knows what type of material it is. The lads came into the kitchen anyway and they directed all the conversation at me. And I was just like...
And I was like, eyes back here. The other way, some women are like, eyes up here from their tits. I was like, eyes off him, eyes off beautiful boy, and look at me.
And all I was doing was, I was just doing, that's how, Do you know, it's like when a man doesn't know, or a person, or just or a woman doesn't know what the fuck is being said, but they don't want to appear dumb.
Yeah.
I think I got a great one of those faces. Right. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
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 I know that face.
Yeah.
I know that face because I'd tell you something and then I go...
Yeah, but you're able to recognise it now. You're with me 13 years.
I'm like, did you get that?
But the two bloody builders who come into the kitchen and I'm charming them with cups of tea and...
Offering it.
You know, and like, Jesus, it's, you know, like a quip about their van or something like that. They're like, this is a guy of the world. This guy could be a tradesman if he wasn't a stand-up comedian. He's one of us. Let's talk to him and not the silly old woman in the kitchen. In fact, should we go into the study?
Not the woman with all the notes.
Yeah, all the notes. Like, you literally knew everything about it. But that is changing in the world, though. That is changing in the world. And to be fair now, those two men...
They were actually lovely. It was funny.
They were just old school. He was old school.
It was funny. But, so at that moment, I was a bit like, how the fuck did I end up here?
We'll go back to your job, so and I'll take it easy.
But you know what? You'll do the shaft. I'd still be the one doing it. But anyway, you know what was actually funny it wasn't really funny, but there was a frisbee beside the shrapnel, and the frisbee hasn't moved in all the storms.
So if the frisbee, so your dread of like flying shards of shrapnel decapitating our neighbours was just a kind of like you overreacting in your mind.
Yeah.
Let's just think of that again the next time when you're catastrophizing something.
I know, but you know, the poor old boys that were really nervous.
They were
so nervous. You weren't here.
I was an absentee landlord.
But they, I think because it must have been talked about at school as well, and the fact that they were off the following day, and the fact then that I was outside for 2 hours, like getting ready for the storm, and they were like inside going, "Oh, Mommy's outside." Like they were, and even Harvey goes like, "I have a really nervous pain in my belly about this, Mom."
Poor Harry Jim.
So then the three of us just went to bed together that night. I was like, I'm not going anywhere out. Like,
Oh yeah.
I just
What
stayed
time was
there.
that at?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh yeah, I was just going on stage then. 2.5 hour drive down through a storm. But I don't fuck all myself really. Yeah. Good sleep, was it? Good sleep.
Good sleep.
Good sleep. Did a good
Yeah.
sleep. Did they
We were
snug
up then at 6.
up at 6 then for more television and coffees and a few games.
Meandering in the red weather warning. But then we lost our electricity. Not at the time, but that night we lost
We
that
lost it.
night.
No, we lost it the next morning. It was 2 o'clock as when
2
it went.
o'clock that day on the red warning day.
But here's the thing now, we lost electricity, okay, and we were like, fuck, what are we going to do? And I had to go down to Bantry, and I had another gig that night. And I came back into the house, and the electricity was gone, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, the house is cold. And then you put a call into the ESB to come out, and they said they'd be out at some stage, but we didn't know. And then they didn't come out at all that day. Was it the following day they came out? The following day they came out, and they were outside, they were looking around, and then your man knocked at the door and he said, can I just have one look at your fuse box there? And we were like, no way. He went in and he just went, and on came the electricity. The fucking fuse box.
But you know,
did we check? No,
but there was a
Guess
miscommunication.
we're just not that handy after all.
No, there's a miscommunication. I need to get on the local WhatsApp group that you're on, because I said when the electricity went, you said, oh, it's on the WhatsApp group, there's loads of houses gone, the electricity's gone for a load of people. So I thought they all went at the same time.
Yeah.
So I thought we were all the same issue. But you then,
taught
the
me how to feel
following
you, I
day,
suppose.
said, no, theirs was gone from earlier in the day. I was like, oh. So then I reported.
Well, what I actually said was, babe, we should probably do what they've done as well and just alert the ESB company to it. Like, I was taking the bull by the horns here, guys. Obviously I'm the man of the house. I'm having to make these executive decisions. If it was left up to this poor little lady, we'd still be living in candlelight and
But anyway, they had come out to fix the neighbours.
drinking cold tea out of the
and
tap.
then they came to fix ours and were like, oh, it's just a fuse.
Yeah, it was just.
But if I'd have thought it was just ours, I would have probably checked the fuse board, all right. But
I
anyway,
suppose in
doesn't
future, right, rather than us talking over each other, okay, I suppose, like, you know, and you're just trying to put paper off the cracks now of your mistake here, okay?
Well, it was our mistake.
Well, I wasn't around. I was too busy.
You were here
driving to. Well,
when the electricity went.
I did
But
make
anyway,
the call in for
one little moment within the. I'm just going to drive on. One little moment in that was we went to, because
I'd like to reverse.
cold.
I'd like to reverse back into it because I think you were responsible for it. Like,
No, because the house was so cold. Myself and the boys went up to their room at like 6 o'clock.
Lovely.
With my phone and put it up like between the bunk beds, and we just snuggled up and watched a movie. And like the Hunter was like, "This day is actually lovely after all." Like, it was like, and they just headed off to. Actually,
is this the same son who told you last night that you're the worst mother of all time?
Oh yeah, I'm the meanest mom, and he was crying because he had such a mean mom.
Such a mean mom.
Because I wouldn't read him another bedtime story. And he was crying into me.
Yeah.
Like, I was cradling his crying.
As he was telling you, you're the worst
Yeah.
mom in the world.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Hunter. I didn't mean to make you cry.
I didn't mean to make you cry.
And he goes, you're actually only 5% mean and you're 95% nice. But I just can't stop being sad because you're being so strict with me.
Yeah. Our boys don't like strictness. They don't like to be told that they're not allowed to do everything that they want to do whenever they want to do it. And
Well, our follow through is desperate, so they just know that a lot of the times if they give out enough, we give in. We are aware of that.
we're working on it. We're a work in progress, guys.
Sometimes then I get very strict and I hold myself to the first time when I say no, and then they're flabbergasted. But anyway,
Right.
that is it.
That's it. Do we have anything else to say? We've talked about, that's not really talking about the business. That's not, we just kind of talked about family there. The beeswax. I suppose there's a bit of news that the Cork Opera House.
It's on sale. You've known about it for weeks, but it's actually on sale.
We launched it today.
Today.
Yeah.
Today,
So
it's up there.
Pull Hard.
So
A comedy
it's
show.
very exciting.
Brand new comedy show by me, Cornelius Patrick
So
O'Sullivan.
now we have to drive into the sales. Well, you still have to write the show as well. You said that to me today. It's a sales game, and I was like, well, you have to write the show as well.
Yeah. Well, I have the nuts and bolts of the show. I'm confident the show's going to be fantastic.
It will be.
I'm confident about that. But it's launched now today, and it went up on all the socials, and I'm thrilled, and a little bit excited, and
This is where the sales kind of put the PR side of it kind of.
well, that's where you're going to have to come in now.
I know.
You know, it's up to you. If it doesn't sell out, it's got nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? I'll write the jokes. You sell the tickets. You know, as simple as that. Like, I mean, I can't do it all. I know, but all jokes aside, yeah, looking forward to developing it. There's a long way to go on it. And you'll probably be hearing about it a lot on here now, but it's on sale now at the Cork Opera House, and it's going to be my biggest tour ever. I'm doing the big room down in the INEC. I'm doing it's a 300-seater down there, and I'm doing a big room in Dolan's.
2 shows in Whelan's.
2 shows in Whelan's.
Dublin.
And I'm going to be doing loads of dates, but these are the dates that are on sale now. These are the big ones. These are the ones that I'm pushing imminently. But I will be doing immediately, not imminently. And it's exciting. The show is about hurling, fatherhood, and autism. That's what this show is about. The last show was kind of about relationships and love. And it was great. And but this one is evolving into that. So if you like hurling, or if you like autism, if you like hurling and autism, jeez, you're going to love this. Obviously, loads of jokes, loads of different stories intertwining. And I'm excited for it. I have to get to work on it. But I do have the beginning, the middle, I have the skeleton. You just have to. But it's the 14th of February next year. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's not
over 12 months.
It's over 12 months. So and to have what I have now is probably it's good. It's good. It's good to have the skeleton of it.
Yes, yeah.
I know how it's going to start and I know how it's going to end. So just colour in the middle. Colour in the middle.
Draw a few lines between each.
Colour in the middle, and it's colour by numbers. 1 number, green. We'll just colour because it's green.
Green, yeah.
Green after my clothes.
Big shock there that you like the old green.
But yeah, so that's it really. Fucking excited for it. Delighted for it. Me and Noel are going to be on the podcast. On this podcast every week now this year, talking about how we're doing in our lives in terms of carnivore and our work in progress vibes. But I'll also be having other guests. My plan is to try and have like an episode every week, and then have 2 kind of bonus episodes in then throughout the month with special guests and stuff like that. Because I want to have Dylan and the Mind Guy on. I want to have Mike Morgan on. I want to have Tig and Dom on. I want to have the regular contributors on. But this is good as well. So with that in mind,
time to say goodbye.
Staying by the wall, the night the best.